boy Gedden. This is my GGC, Gedden's Game Corner, and this is another episode of Good Morning Drive, where I talk about all types of social issues, gaming, sports, everything. And all the while, I'm wishing you guys a good morning. It's Thursday. I'm not about to eat this red light, even though I could have. Wow, that was a long yellow. Yeah. But anyway, I'm just, I make these episodes to spread positivity, confidence, and maybe a little bit of productivity in your lives. And so let's start with that. Good morning to you all. I hope you guys have a great morning. It's Thursday. The weather is pretty damn good. It's only 69 or 70 degrees, but it don't feel like it. It feels more like 75. I wonder if they're really telling us the truth about the weather because the weather just feels weird. It feels different. It rains weird nowadays. I don't know what state you guys live in, but anybody out there, let me know what the weather is like on your end. For me, again, it's 69 degrees. It feels pretty good. This is like t-shirt and slacks weather. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling pretty good. And good morning to everyone out there. Remember, always try to find a positive within your day. You'll be surprised on how your life starts to change when you look at positive things, or just see the positive things in your life, even if you are having a bad day, bad week, bad year. If you find the positive, that bad day won't be so bad. It'll still be bad. Unfortunately, we can't change what actually happens, but we could change our perspective on certain things. And we change our perspective, we start to mold our kind of like destiny, and we see things a bit differently. So many things are on perspective. It could be an attractive woman or attractive man like your boy. And we could see ourselves completely different than how others see us. So and that's a fact. There's a lot of pretty women out there, and I know some who are very pretty, yet they don't see themselves as pretty. They think that they're either below average or whatever the case is. And this guy is about to block me. I hope he doesn't block me. But anyway, um, and they don't think that they're attractive, and that leads to all other types of issues. So once you see certain positives in your life or certain positives in yourselves, things actually change. And when things change for the positive, things all around you just get better. So you want to do positive things, you want to think positively, you want to be productive, you're going to give yourself constructive criticism. You don't want to beat yourselves up. You don't want to do that. That's not cool. But you want to look at yourself objectively, and try to make the best out of all the situations that you put yourself into or that you are faced with. But anyway, yeah. So good morning to all you guys. Good morning to the haters. And I have a good amount of haters, especially when I make my Madden content, which I haven't made a lot of content in the last 2 weeks. I've been tired. I've been so tired. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know if my body is trying to get sick and my immune system is just fending it off. And that's a positive right there, right? That I have a strong immune system. And if I am trying to get sick, it's not happening right now. It's holding it off. And, that's what I hope. I hope that it's holding it off. And yeah, I'm not sick, but I've been just so tired at night. It's probably because I've been also working a lot more of my part-time thing, and it's gig work. And gig work, you have to put a lot of time into it, especially nowadays. The economy is crazy, and you gotta put more time to make your change. And I have my quota that I want to make every week. And yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there. So I've been dialing back certain things, and I got a budget. I just had a major car um, fix or some work done my emission system was all messed up, and that made my car. Now that I got it fixed, it made my car feel a little sluggish, which I didn't notice, and it was yeah, it was not a good look. But I got it fixed. $1,200 down the drain. And yeah, that's, well, not down the drain, but $1,200 to get the thing fixed. And yeah, my car feels a lot more responsive, a bit more of a kick. So yep, that's what happens, you know. But yeah, that's what happens when you own a car instead of leasing it. You got to pay for things to get fixed, and yeah, you know, it is what it is. So I got to work a little bit more to bring that money back and to, you know, make sure it ends meet, and that's what we all do. So that's what we got. And yeah, that's my little bit of a story. So yeah, I just been really tired on content, and it's hard for me to make content as at the moment, because I make my content at night and I stay up 1:30, maybe even 2 o'clock to create content for you guys after working, and working again, being a dad, full-time dad I am. So, you know, it's tough out there for a player. But anyway, so let's get into what we want to talk about today. And the topics are: Battlefield is coming back. They got a new game, and EA had a showcasing, and it's Battlefield is going to be majorly big this time around. I think they're going to fix a lot of the problems that hurt Battlefield 2042 and the other Battlefields. They've even mentioned all types of things, and we're going to talk about it. Switch 2 leaks and rumors have come out. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Got me a little excited. We'll see how it goes. And what else we got? Should we talk a little bit about Puffy the Diddler? Oh God, what a guy. And let's talk. We're going to in the show off, because that's normally when I get most of my viewers that pop in on my Good Morning Drives. Is towards the end of the show. We're going to talk about Maximum Football. They've been showing a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of content that I've been just totally lacking on, and we're going to talk about it here in this episode right now, but that's towards the end. So stick with your boy, you know, fill in on the other topics. Let's get some comments going. Good morning to everyone out there. If you get a chance and you hear this message, please hit that like, hit that subscribe if it's the first time to the channel. Hit the notification bell on all, Noti gang, and so you can get all the content. And definitely let's interact. Even though I'm driving, I'll try to read your comments and you know, answer them if you have questions, or, you know, give my opinions on whatever you guys say. Let's have a conversation. Let's get it. So let's first talk about this Battlefield info, because that's the freshest in my mind, and the Switch 2 stuff will come. So yeah, so Battlefield is one of my more favorite first-person shooter games. I love the destruction. I love the chaos. I love the graphics, the fidelity of these Battlefield games. They are rather amazing. Christ, wow. I got God on my side right now. What's going on, man? Good morning. Am I a constitutionalist? That's not a good question to ask me, bro. Well, yeah, I guess so. You know, definitely when it's the best for Americans. You know, if you're every country has a constitution, right? So, you know, the main people who need to be following the Constitution are our government and these corporations, but they don't. So, you know, that's a layered question. That's a big one. But yeah, so Battlefield is to me, it always ends up being a hell of a game, but it just takes a while for them to get there. DICE, EA, the publishers, of course, always push Battlefield out when it's not ready. Every Battlefield game is very ambitious, and I've been just seeing, because of EA publishing and how fast they want Battlefield games to come out, that the ambition of Battlefield games by the developers have been dwindling. It's been going lower and lower and lower for whatever reason. Well, for that reason alone, because they don't have enough time to develop games, and developing games takes a long time, especially in our new generations of gaming consoles, the PlayStation 4 to the 5, Xbox One to the Pro, whatever you want to call it, and then the Xbox Series S and X. Yeah, it takes a lot longer to develop these games because the games look more and more realistic, and because they look more and more realistic, we as gamers expect more out of them. So the developers and engineers got to develop more software and technology into the game. Okay, Christ, do you believe you were enslaved from Africa? What are you asking me? Or you were already there as true Americans? Okay. So, full question. Yeah, I do. I know for a fact that Africans was already in America, right? But I also know for a fact that Africans from Africa was taken over and enslaved in America. So both can be true. So yeah, I believe in both. Obviously, you could go back. They got history of the stuff where blacks were enslaved. I think you could go to some government website and you could locate your ancestry if you're African American and see, the slaves and where you came from and everything. So you could definitely do that. But I also believe that Africans discovered America way before Columbus did, just like the Indians. The Indians were here probably the first, and then Africans, maybe the Moors, came through on boats, and obviously on boats, and discovered America way before Columbus did. It's all about the history that's being told, and break down the word history is his story. So it's his story versus anyone else's story, and the people who have the most power, they're the story that we're all going to follow because they have all the power. They wrote the school curriculums and all that type of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. JP Gaming, what's going on? Good morning, bro. Interesting character come out of the woodwork in the mornings. Hey, man, it's all good. And thank you for coming through as you normally do, bro. I really appreciate you. And yeah, we were talking about Battlefield, and damn, they got some cops out here. Speaking of constitutions and all that type of stuff, this is the third cop I've seen on the New Jersey Parkway. God dang. But anyway, gotta drive careful out here nowadays. You gotta really peek around corners. You can't be speeding and going crazy and all that. But anyway, so Battlefield, they always come off with a slow start. And the numbers on people playing online have dwindled. So I think EA finally got it through their thick skulls that we got to give it a little bit more time. We got to introduce the community more into the process of creating Battlefield, and they're going to finally release Battlefield into early access earlier this year. I believe this Battlefield, because of that, is going to probably be one of the better Battlefields right from the start. And I'm a fan of Battlefield, and I'm not an EA hater. There are certain games that EA make or DICE makes through EA, and eventually, Battlefield gets really good. I love playing Battlefield between playing Call of Duty and whatever other games that I play. So yeah, I'm down for some good Battlefield. I think it's going to be a lot more user-generated content in this Battlefield coming up. I think it's modern-day warfare in this Battlefield. I think it's going to be lit. I think it's going to be good. I really think this Battlefield might be pretty damn good and much faster than other Battlefields, because EA is starting to lose money on Battlefield. I think a lot of people aren't buying the season passes and buying points and everything, and they just wait until Battlefield is finally good, and then they go download it way later, right, and get all the stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes, but I hope that Battlefield it becomes more popular again, because I hate playing just the sweaties. the sweaties out there, they're too damn good. They beat the crap out of me every time I get into a vehicle. It's just not fun, you know. And I'm still a rookie when it comes to Battlefield after playing Battlefield for so long. You know, I'm still a rookie on that game. The game is so deep. There's so much to learn. Every vehicle, it feels different. A lot of stick skills, a lot of talent goes into Battlefield players, and I commend them for being good, but I'm just not that good at it. All right, so yeah, JP Gaming. I like the clip that they're releasing with the box gameplay. Yes, exactly. That was, I think, a user-generated level on top of it, or I thought that's what they were saying. So yeah, we'll see how much more destruction is going to be in the game. I like how that level was structured, even though it didn't have any textures to it and everything. It's very early, so we'll see how it goes. They need to bring back the Battlefield Bad Company destruction. Yeah, like just about everything in Battlefield Bad Company could blow up, right? And there was just more detail in that destruction. You know, I played Battlefield Bad Company a bit, not as much as I played Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1 and those Battlefield games. And yeah, those back then, destruction was damn near everywhere. It was so much going on. They just limited that with Battlefield 2042. It was like, it was so bad. I don't understand why they did that, you know? Well, on much more capable systems. Maybe they wanted to bring out a Battlefield game that didn't have a whole bunch of glitches and bugs, but I think that happened anyway. So they need to take a much slower approach, get the community involved, and figure out what the hell they're going to do and what the fans really, really want, and make your Battlefields like that. Do that, you know? So that is what it is. Hey guys, if y'all ain't here, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, especially if you know, if it's the first time to the channel and all that jazz. But yeah, definitely hit the like. It definitely helps the channel grow. It definitely helps these early morning good morning drive videos are accessible to my subscribers and to you guys. So thank you for watching, thank you for viewing. I don't think I say thank you enough to the people who watch these videos, because I know they are low quality. It's just me talking while I'm driving my ass into work, my late ass into work. And yeah, I'm just saying, you know, good morning to you guys. So please hit that like. I really appreciate it if you do. But yeah, so that's about all I got to say about Battlefield. You know, I think it's going to be modern day. It's going to be a lot of user-generated content. They're going to try to reinvigorate the community of Battlefield by actually listening to them for once before the game comes out. Early access to Battlefield is going to hit PC early this year. Definitely, if you are a Battlefield fan, definitely go in and get it. Kurt, what's going on? Good morning, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going well with you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Please hit that like. I only got 1 like out of 6 people. Come on, people. Let me get a like. It takes nothing to hit that like, even if you're watching me on your TVs. You know, you just hit that remote, go to the video, go through the thing, and hit that like button. It's there. But yeah, anyway. Switch 2 leaks and rumors. Yeah, so apparently Nintendo, the Switch 2, we all know it's coming, but factory workers or whomever works at a factory release factory parts of the Switch and took pictures and diagrams and all that stuff. So if this stuff is true, we kind of know how strong the Switch is going to be. We know how big it's going to be. Of course, I'm not going to remember those numbers, but it's going to be much bigger than the last Switch, even for a handheld system. It's going to have 256 gigs of memory in the system. It's going to have 12 gigs of RAM in the system. Thanks for the likes, guys. I really appreciate you. And even how the Joy-Con snap into the Switch main unit, that's going to be different. It seems like Nintendo is doing a lot more improving the quality of life of their Nintendo Switch brand. If you play in tabletop mode with a little kickstand that sits on top of your table, you couldn't charge it. They moved the USB-C port so that you can have it in top-down mode and then plug it in while being charged. So it's a lot of different things that's going to be happening. Yeah. So did you miss something with Maximum Football? No, not yet. JP Gaming explained that. I didn't get to that yet. And I'm about to talk about that relatively soon because the Switch 2 stuff, I'm very interested in that, but it's not a lot of information. And Nintendo hasn't released anything. And just history tells me that if Nintendo don't release it, it ain't real. So, the 12 gigs of RAM sounds amazing. The 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 256 gigs in the hard drive sounds great, but until Nintendo release, that's when I'll really pay attention. We're not going to get an official whatever until Nintendo say so. They probably got Switch 2s made, and they're playing it and everything, and they know exactly what it looked like. They just don't want to share the stuff, right? Could you imagine if Sega made a next gen console? Well, yeah. I could imagine that, but at the same time, Sega don't have the. I mean, it would be dope. Let's just hypothetically say it would be dope if Sega came back to the console, but they don't have the capital, man. It costs so much to make a damn console and make games specifically for that console. Maybe they're gearing up for that because I heard that they're going to be releasing a lot more remasters or remakes of their old franchise like Golden Axe and Crazy Taxi and hopefully Sonic and other games. So yeah, I miss Sega games. I hope they do come back. Virtual Fighter needs to be another one that they need to bring back. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great if they did. But yeah, so that would be dope. I don't know if they could get Power Stone back in the mix. I don't know if they could bring back Rumble Boxing or Ready to Rumble, right? Boxing, that arcade boxing game. All that would be amazing. All that would be amazing. Do we have room for 4 consoles? I think so. I think we do. I think we do. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's our Switch 2. Let's get into this Maximum Football real quick. So Maximum Football, we know that early November 7th, I think, is going to be early access. And I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to be streaming it. We're going to do an all-day thing. I might even take the day off from work just to stream and play that game all day, just for y'all. Especially if you guys don't have PC and you are on console. I'm definitely going to be playing that game. So we all know it's coming. It's going to come with a Dynasty mode, and there's a diagram and all the points that are going to be in early access. I don't remember them, so I don't want to speak out of context. So I'm not going to mention anything. They did show some gameplay recently on X, and the gameplay, the graphics have definitely improved. It's getting better. The gameplay has gotten better. I like how the players are actually, instead of running upwards and making cuts and stuff, they're actually leaning. The game is shaping up. There's certain things that I wish they would have done a little differently, but I'm not going to talk about that until I actually start playing the early access. But the gameplay that I saw some pretty good things. I saw some questionable things, and let's face it, I saw some things that definitely needs to get fixed right away. And best believe the developers at Maximum Football know these issues, and they are going to definitely fix them, and they are going to address them at some point. This is a community game built for the community, damn near by the community, and they don't want to lose the community. So they're definitely going to try their best to make the game as good as it can be. They mentioned Micah, the gameplay director, he mentioned that the end goal for the physics is backbreaker level physics, And I believe that they will eventually achieve that. Of course, they got to do a lot of work to get there, but I think that they're going to get there. So, yeah, Kurt said, yeah, it must be nice to be able to test maximum football for yourself. Yeah, definitely. It definitely opens your eyes to how game development is, number one, how hard it is to make a football game, number two, and you see the process of how a game actually progressed in from its beginning stages to where it is now. And it's a eye-opening experience. It's I never thought that game development was like a light switch where you just turn a feature on and it just works. I never thought that, but at the same time I never thought how much work goes in just to make the most simplest things work. You know, the most simplest things, the most minute things that we all take for granted as gamers, just to make work. And you know, you could clearly see it in the development, in the early access to the closed betas, to all that type of stuff. You could see how much the game is progressing and just how hard certain things is. And anytime I go into the Discord and talk to the developers, I try to thank them as much as possible for one, listening to us and trying to make a simulation football game. Very tall task, very hard thing to do. So much respect to them. JP Gaming says, man, hold up, let me park and then I'll read everybody's comments. Just give me a second. Looks like I'm going to that sixth floor again. Yeah, that's what normally happens when I'm coming around this time, sixth floor. Then I gotta drive my butt to the other campus to take pictures of students. Oh, not students, of faculty. I gotta walk around and take some pictures of students too. I gotta do that. We need some. I got a request to take some pictures of students while they're in class and everything. And I just hate doing that because I just don't want to show up to a class. I actually want to let the class know, because you know how women are, and some guys are like this too. They want to look right for their close-ups and whatnot. But anyway, so yeah, man, I sound like a broken record in the Max Football Discord because I'm always talking about tackle physics. They speak a lot about tackle library, and it worries me it will be all animation based. To that, so the game is going to be animation based, right? But physical animation based, meaning, well, you know that they said it in the Discord and all that, and I don't want to say too much about it, but all games are animation based. It depends on how they utilize the physics, and when they utilize the physics and add in all their animations, it's going to be much better than what it is right now, than what we saw in that gameplay. I'm going to only refer to the gameplay that we saw. But yeah, so the gameplay that we saw, it still needs a lot of work for sure. But again, it's just progressing. That's the most important thing to take away, is that the game is progressing, is continuing to get better. And I'm telling you, the first time when I played it, night and day, and it's coming. And we as the community need to support them to give other companies the confidence to make football games. We don't have enough choices, and the NFL is opening up their license, so we'll get options. I hope, JP Gaming, man, I hope that we get open NFL license. I hope we do, because EA, it just ain't doing it. It just ain't filling my appetite for a simulation game. And I'm gonna be creating a video from the Monday night game versus the Eagles. I'm going to be creating a video where I'm explaining exactly that, and I think a lot of people will agree with it. And comparing real football to Madden, because we want real football. We don't want what EA is supplying. Maybe a lot of these casuals do. That's great. Make your money, EA. Much congrats to your corrupt capitalism and all that. Beautiful. But Me as a gamer, I want a simulation experience. I want my players to react a certain way. I want a realistic experience. Point blank, period. Not the idea of football. Carrefour, I think the PC has the guinea pig, so that's great for consoles. JP Gaming, nail right on the head. The uh, the PC, us PC gamers. I'm not a PC gamer. I just have a PC that can play games, right? But I'm just gonna lump myself in with them. Yeah, Kurt, listen. It's best to get all the kinks out on PC, which isn't the major crowd. The major crowd is the console players. Too many console players will look at this game, and if it doesn't play good, they are going to expel it for the rest of their lives. You know, so they got to use the PC platform and gamers as literally like guinea pigs, as GP Gaming has said, and they have to try certain things. They have to push certain content out. They got to push the game out, even though it's not 100% ready, aka early access, so that the game can get right for consoles. The main target audience is consoles. Trust me. The consoles include process. I assume console players will play this game rather than PC. Right. The NFL is partnered with Roblox game, and I think they're coming around. Yeah, I think so too. The NFL has opened up the license to a lot of different companies and a lot of different types of games out there. So, yeah, I think the NFL, they're finally coming around. But the thing that worries me is EA. Is EA going to allow the NFL to open up their license, knowing that they have a contract? Maybe they're negotiating a contract where EA isn't going to pay as much as they would with the if it's not an exclusive thing, and the NFL don't like that. They want EA to pay top dollar for their license because they find their license very in high quality and high demand, and they're right, because shit, you put any game with an NFL logo or shield, and then the NFLPA, all those players, no matter what, it's going to sell, no matter what. So I do believe I'm on the side of the NFL. If this hypothetical situation is what I'm saying, is yeah, EA, you pay as much as anybody else would pay for this license, and yeah, make the best game you can. Be in a world with real competition, just like the NFL. There's real competition in the NFL. So you do the same damn thing. Exactly. So let the majority or the major crowd decide for themselves. So look, Kurt, listen. Sorry, I stuttered on your name. That's what's going to happen regardless. The final version that comes out for Maximum Football on consoles is going to be the best version possible. But that doesn't mean that it's in its final iterations. Meaning console gamers are still going to be able to give feedback, but they want the best version of Maximum Football. No, not according to PC players and opinions. No, it's going to go to, look, console is going to hit way later, right? That does what? Give them more time to make the game better. It's not just our ideas that are going into, first of all, you're talking to me, right? I'm in the Discord, right? And you got guys in there that are PC guys that want so much detail in the game. The developers see that. The developers didn't have to have a Discord. The developers didn't have to do anything. They have to meet their margins and their quotas and whatever, just like any other work, and make a game according to the publisher, right? So when they come out with a game, it could be whatever, but they have to make a game. They're choosing to include the gamers, right? And by the way, listen to this though. You could be in the Discord And you don't have to be a PC player. You could be a gamer, a console gamer, and be in the Discord. They put out videos and clips. You can see what you see, and you can make your suggestions there too. So it's not exclusive to PC gamers as you're putting it. It's just not, you know. And of course, they look at the comments on videos that I make and other people about how the game is and all that, and suggestions. They get a lot of feedback, man. They get a lot of feedback from people who play console and PC gamers. There's not much difference between a console gamer and a PC gamer. We're all kind of like the same, especially when you could connect your Xbox or PlayStation controller to your PC. You're going to get the same game. Yeah. So, including the gamers, not the console gamers. We're all gamers, man. I hate to tell you, we're all console gamers, man. We're all gamers. Period. All the testing has been exclusive to PC only. Of course, it has to be like that. It has to be for PC because that's one, the easiest to make. Two, we could get more feedback, better feedback by going PC and then console, and then when the console game come out, we're gonna have feedback regardless. You know, so the game is going to be as good as it's going to be. I have a lot of confidence in the Maximum Football developers that eventually they will be making a game that's on par with that AAA studio. Especially if 2K don't come back into the mix and Madden and EA is doing what they normally do, oh, they're gonna pass. They're gonna pass Madden and I think a little faster than what we think. You know, I don't want to give a date or anything like that, but they know what they're doing. They have a lot of experience. They have X, Y, and Z that I'm not going to mention here. But yeah, it's going to happen. And this approach by going PC and updating it ever so often and adding updates, that's like the best thing that can happen for console gamers. You don't want a console game that come out and it plays like how early access is going to play for PC. You don't want that. You do not want that. Trust me, you don't want that. Console gamers for the most part aren't on YouTube and on people's videos talking back and forth on them. A small portion of them are. Console gamers are random guys out there that buy or download whatever game, and they don't even know that YouTube has a whole gaming community per se. They know a little bit about it, but they're not deeply enthralled into the gaming market or the gaming information that YouTube comments and interacting with people. They don't have that. You know, they don't understand that. They don't know that. You know, but anyway, that's it. That's all I got for this episode. Good morning to everybody out there. I hope you guys have a blessed day. We got to continue this this conversation at another time because your boy got to go into work. I still got to check out that hip hop gamer video, Kurt, where you said that he says 2K is coming back to the NFL or getting the NFL license. We'll see. I think so, Kurt. I think 2K is silent and taking their time. I think so too, because it takes a long time to make a good game. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, and you're telling me it was a live stream. All right. So hopefully he has that up somewhere. Anyway, we out of here. You guys have a great day. Have a great morning. It's Thursday. We at the end of the week. Let's party hard. Shout out to I got a couple people's birthdays. Big Papi Chulo 1, happy birthday to you, my dude. You need to start your YouTube again. And I got a couple friends. Happy birthday to y'all. Yo, everybody have a great day. We out of here. Talk to y'all later. Peace.